Hello everybody. I hope I hope you can see and hear me. I have no idea if everything is working fine or not, but here we go. Simply the whole idea behind this live stream was, I am getting a lot of questions from my clients. They need to pay for it. And I decided simply to make some kind of Apple online help clinic or help or whatever you will call it. Simply, if you have any questions, regardless your Mac problems, you want to fix something, of course, we can speak about DaVinci Resolve or whatever you want. Simply, here is the chat over there. So write me whatever you want. Of course, you can also ask me whatever you want, and I will answer whatever I want. Okay. So that was the main idea behind the stream, simply to give you some online helping hand in case you are in trouble, and for free and live. That means immediately. Also, as Andreas Moloiu mentioned in the comments, yes, there is gonna be also roasting your setups. Maybe you remember on my, I guess it was on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. Simply, I posted everywhere the stupid idea that if you want to be your setup, your Mac setup, I mean like this, let me show it to you what I'm talking about. Yeah, that was this. Simply, I posted that if you want to have your setup highlighted in my live stream, all you have to do is add your own answer to this post and attach one photo or maybe another additional photo, and here we go. And then I also said you can start by roasting my setup, as it's never finished and constantly in reconstruction. So you don't need to feel bad that your setup is not perfect. Mine is far from perfect. And if you want to see, that's exactly what you see behind me. So that's the post I gave you. I wanted to give you courage simply to post any setups you want. So obviously I have prepared all those people who commented under these posts on my socials. But if you still want to be part of it, at the end, look, links are in the video description where you can still find the way how you can attach your own photos and posts to that Twitter post. So if you want to be highlighted with your setup in this stream, go to this video description. Yeah, it's down. And click on the link on the Twitter and post your setups. And that's it. Yeah, and the third idea behind this stream was simply to chill out. I am sick of YouTube. That's why I'm streaming on YouTube. No. I'm sick of YouTube rules. You need to prepare the video so exactly long. This space, hook, thumbnails. What the hell? It must be fun. So that's why I prepared for you some extra music, which I like. And by the way, because of those crazy copyright policies, obviously, I'm not able to to play in the background any music, I would love to do. I need to play music which is copyrighted and I have rights to play it in my streams. So if you are curious and if you will like that music, obviously leave me a comment or message. And if you would like to have also such a music in your streams or simply enjoy it, it's all coming from artlist.io. And exactly in this video description, that's why I left there the check links in the video description, I gave you a link where you can get 2 months for free if you will click on that link in the video description. So that was enough links in video description. So do we have some questions in the chat or not yet? Okay, sounds awesome. Andreas Moloyu, what sounds awesome? The music or what else? Okay, there's not much comments yet. Darling, don't be shy. You are facing only me. And if you don't mind, get some good drink and some good things to smoke. Chill out, relax, and comment, okay? Cheers. Oh, it's coming, okay. When buying a second-hand Intel MacBook, are there any security implications to not resetting the NVRAM SMC? Andreas Moloyu is asking. Darling, I'm not really sure what exactly you mean by that, but yes, I would obviously reset the CMOS, CMOS. I was building recently a lot of PCs, so that's why I'm making pure Mac setup, thanks God. So reset the PRAM if it's still on the older one. And I was facing one interesting issue. Maybe you cannot see it. Maybe you can see over there. There was always sitting my 2019 Mac Pro. It's not there anymore. It's only the Mac Classic, but no 2019 Mac Pro. But I sold it, which now I regret it, but that's a different story. I sold it to one guy who came from a completely different country. He was happy, he paid, everything was working. He tested everything, and I showed him specifically in front of his eyes that I logged out of my iCloud. I completely disconnected from Find My. I did even clean installation. He created his own account in front of my eyes. Everything was working fine. And then the day after, he called me, hey, what the hell, I have a problem, and sent me some pictures. Because he decided to make, again, another new clean installation. Don't ask me why, when it was already now clean installation, but it's okay. And it was asking him for my Apple ID login. What the hell? How is it possible? So in front of his eyes, I logged out everything, deleted it from my Apple ID, logged out iCloud, logged out Find My, do clean installation. It didn't ask me for anything. When he did clean installation, it asked him for my Apple ID login. So that's one of the things which you should always check first. So I thought that when I will show somebody, in front of their eyes that I will really logged out of everything, then it's safe. From my experience on my own case, it's not safe. So obviously I helped to that guy through the official Apple, I don't know how it's called, maybe, I'm not sure if I will find it now quickly, because that's really interesting. Where is it? Because there is a service directly on Apple where you can simply send, I cannot find it now quickly. Simply you can contact Apple, I have the exact address in my notes somewhere. and you will simply describe the problem. Hey, I sold to this guy, blah, 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 Mac, and he has problem with the iCloud lock. Simply this service will let you to unlock that sold computer. You know, but that's completely different story than those people who are asking me in my Facebook, in my Facebook group. Darling, look, by the way, we have our own Apple Mac users Facebook group. So I invite you now. Let's come in, join, because that's exactly another place where you can get help for free. Now I lost the idea what I wanted to say. Sorry. Oh, I thought that's the other way. Facebook. Yeah, I got it. Because in the Facebook groups about Apple, I can see it all the time. You know, somebody will post a screenshot from the basic screen of the beginning of the installation, you know, with the dotted iCloud just log in. You know, please help me how to continue, or how to fix this, how to bypass the iCloud lock. Darling, answer is simple. Do not buy stolen Macs. Period. That's how easy it is. Of course, I can see a lot of people, it's tempting to buy, let's say, 2019 Mac Pro for $500, right? But it smells. And I'm not talking only about Mac Pro, you know, whatever. What I love on Apple is if you will log into iCloud, you know, find the whole Apple ecosystem is simply safe. It's safe to the degree that if somebody will steal your iPhone or MacBook or whatever, it's just a paperweight without that iCloud. So I thought that in 2023, almost 2024, people already know that it's a bad idea to steal Apple devices, because most likely they will be tied to some iCloud. No, there is still a lot of morons who are doing that. And they will freak out. Oh, it's useless. Now, okay, so let's sell it. And in the description, let's say not tested or something like that. Not tested. What the hell? Of course they tested that. And they found out that it's locked. Okay, so let's try to sell it somewhere to some idiots who don't understand what is this all about. But looks like I digressed a little bit from the original question. So I'm sorry. If I didn't answer exactly what you wanted, darling, okay. Yeah, and by the way, maybe you can see it. No, it's on the other side. You can see it here. If you want me to produce more videos for you, of course I'm producing more videos, but it costs money. It costs time. So if you want to support me in my work, darling, I would be grateful for any donation. $1, whatever. $1,000, it's better, but okay, I'm kidding. Simply on this website, ko-fi.com/Morgonaut. You can support me and by the way, I plan to do more live streams like this. If this stream will end up well, which I'm not sure how it's gonna be, because we are still on the beginning. But if this stream will come out well, I plan to do it, I don't want to say every week, but that was the original plan. So let's see. So if you want, support me on my Ko-Fi, then this temperature bar meter will rise. And also you can use the chat in the YouTube, where you can highlight your comment using super thanks and super stickers. Obviously, yes, all of those are ways how to support your favorite creator. So if maybe I'm one of them, that would be great. I would be grateful. But that's another digress. Okay, let's continue. Is Macs too expensive? Some Bosco Buha asking. Here is the chat. Darling, Macs in the past was told to be expensive. And I remember when in 1998 I bought my Power Mac G3. Maybe you can see it somewhere over there. The blue and white model. So I remember back in those days that was insanely expensive. You know, that was like that whole computer is like today, I don't know, $40,000 equivalent. You know, nobody would buy a computer for $40,000. That's insane. Yeah, but I did it in 1998. maybe I'm a little bit insane, yeah, but that's how it is. So yeah, since that time, when somebody will ask me, is Macs expensive or how was it? So you mean, Macs, darling, Macs are not expensive. Maybe you can see it behind, where is the, behind me? This is Mac Mini M2. Mac Mini M2, and now hold tight, I bought the base model, not the top of the line, of course, but this is Mac Studio, the top of the line. But okay, I bought intentionally the base M2 Mac Mini, and it was like, I don't know, $500 something. So do you think this is expensive for a Mac with M2 chip? I don't think so. So when somebody says, oh, no, I don't want a Mac, it's too expensive. Darling, it's not. These days, Macs never have been cheaper. Macs are the cheapest in history. So if you plan to buy any Mac, darling, do it. Because we don't know. Oh my God, do it. Just that reminded me the Starsky and Hutch. Do it, just do it. I constantly digress, I'm sorry. You know, but as I said, this should be about to having fun. Cheers. You know, about the expensivity of the Macs. Look, for example, at the 2019 Mac Pro, which I bought, guess what, in 2019 for roughly $33,000. Insane, yes, I know. But if you will look at the base model of the current generation, the 2023 Mac Pro, darling, it's much more powerful, and at the same time, it's much cheaper. So the same performance from the current, even the cheapest 2023 Mac Pro, which is, I guess, $8,000 at the base model, you will get more performance than I had when I bought the 2019 Mac Pro for $33,000. So it's 3 times cheaper and it's more powerful. So when you say, are Macs expensive? My short answer is no. Okay, so let's go. Joanne Tala, I have an, oh, let me show you the comments. Joanne Tala, I have an old Drobo hooked up to my M1 iMac and wanted to save large photos library to it. But it will take so long. Do you have a suggestion to speed this up? Joanne Tala, I will tell you now something which most people will not like and they will immediately quit the stream and never watched any of my videos. I would never recommend to any of my clients to buy any Drobo, Synology or QNAP at first place. But if you already have it, maybe if I will remember it, I will get to it why I don't recommend it. But if you have it already, then obviously it depends on manufacturers. You didn't provide any information how exactly you have that Drobo connected, if it's via Ethernet, I don't know, USB 2 or whatever, if it's via 10G, how many disks you have inside, in what RAID configuration, are those SSDs or NVMEs or hard drives. Simply provide more information and then I can better answer your question, okay? Thank you. Jose B. Cruz, Mr. Reza, glad to see you. Jose, I would like to say the same, but I cannot see you. I see only my camera. But it's nice to see you in the chat. Thank you. Hola, Teresa. Cheers from the Caribbean island. Oh my God, I'm jealous. Somebody is now on a Caribbean island. Can you imagine that? And I'm sitting in my studio and doing a live stream. But it's also fun. But maybe he is now streaming from his Caribbean island. Okay, Ajit Bakre. My Mac Pro 5.1 dual CPU board makes humming noise in another machine. It boots into desktop, but noise is big. How to solve? Darling, I'm not sure I understand your question because your Mac Pro 5.1 dual CPU board makes humming noise in another machine. So your Mac Pro 5.1, which is sitting here, is making noise on a machine over there. Maybe I will need one more beer to understand this question. Darling, sorry, I don't understand what's going on, how to solve. I don't know, because I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Guzzy92FS. It happens to me that I bought 3 Apple laptops from resellers, electronics recyclers. After a clean format, the MDM protection was triggered. Yes, exactly. I contacted the store I purchased and they removed the MDM. Okay, yeah. So this is the better scenario. You know, that's the same with the guy who bought from me the 2019 Mac Pro. If I would be an idiot, you know, I would just say, oh, beep, 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 it's your problem, you know. But in my best intent was to help him to recover it, so I did it through the Apple. But in ideal case, if you are buying it from some reseller like this, if they will be so kind to remove any protection, that's the ideal situation. But darling, that's so rare to see. Most people are just now crying on their quite expensive paperweights. Ajit Bakre, thanks madam for your kind attention. Darling, I'm here for you, but thanks for your kind comment. Just, I'm sorry, I cannot say it. Salt Valley Kovitz. May I ask where are you based, Teresa? Yes, you can ask. But as I said on the beginning, you can ask whatever you want, but I will answer whatever I want. No. You know, it's simple. Because a lot of you probably knows me from my Hackintosh history. You know that I have the second Hackintosh channel, which is just over there, crazy, over there. So this is my Hackintosh YouTube channel, and that Hackintosh environment is extremely toxic. And it happened to me that I was facing quite serious threats. You know, I don't get it. You know, by the way, that's another reason why I created many years ago this strictly Mac-related channel and photo, video, blah blah blah. Simply everything but no Hackintosh at all, because the Hackintosh environment is extremely toxic. And now imagine I don't know what it was, 2016, when I jumped on the YouTube for the first, and I didn't know how to make a YouTube video or whatever. Simply I started doing it, and within just 6 months I became a top creator on YouTube and Google about Hackintosh. And guess what? Instead of people being grateful that I am helping to people for free to make their working computers, you know, some of them were not so happy, because on the market there was many pseudo companies who are making quite big money on it. And now some new idiot, that's me, came to the playground and is giving all the full feature tutorials, you know, how to make it from A to Z, start to finish, everything, and for free. So that was the reason many of those morons wanted to kill me. And I'm really not kidding, it's under federal investigation, those threats. So that's why I never share any personal details anymore with people like you. Obviously, I share it with closer people. Okay? So I hope I didn't disappoint you too much, but you know, that's how it is. What is a budget? Chief Die Boss Tony. What is a budget MacBook Pro? Darling, budget MacBook Pro is this MacBook Air, you know. I made a video about it. I bought this M2 MacBook Air 15-inch, despite I had the MacBook Pro M1 16-inch, fully loaded, 64 gigs of memory, whatever hell, you know, insane machine, you know, 120 Hz ProMotion display. everything was great. But, you know, maybe you can see my constitution. I'm not any bodybuilder, as I said in one of my videos. You know, I didn't enjoy the time spent with it. So when I bought the M2 MacBook Air, darling, it's a companion. I love it. You know, I really enjoy the time spent with it. But maybe watch my review of it, which I made few weeks ago. So for me, the budget MacBook Pro is the MacBook Air. But because I don't understand exactly what you mean by budget MacBook Pro is the cheapest MacBook Pro, okay? But if you are thinking about the M3 lineup, which came recently, again, I made a video about it, watch it, one video back. I don't recommend to get the M3 Pro MacBook. If you want to save money and you want to have the cheapest one, then yes, I do recommend the M3 MacBook 2023 or the M3 Max, but then it's not a budget anymore. So the correct answer probably to your question, M2 Air or the base model M3, okay? Fine, what's next? Charlie A56. I've been planning on buying a laptop for music production and some 3D work, and after being a PC user all my life, I came to the unexpected conclusion that a MacBook ended up like the best option. You know, darling, music producers know very well that, you know, doing music on Windows is quite a pain in the beep beep. Simply, for music, get a Mac. That's a fact, period, you know. Obviously, MacBooks compared to desktops have another limitation. So, one condition, get a Mac, okay? And then you are about to make music and 3D. So obviously, you know, it's an extremely wide range. You know, you just set the general label on that topic or the box. But look, if I would get two audio engineers asking me, hey, please build for me some system for audio production. Second one, build for me some system for audio production. I would build two completely different systems despite it's for a same label, audio production. Because one guy, for example, needs to record, I don't know, 16 piece of orchestra or band in real-time, low latency and stream it somewhere or whatever. But the second one, in fact, is not any musician at all. He cannot play any instrument, but he just needs to say a sentence by 2 terabytes of contact libraries on virtual instruments. So you can see how those two setups will be completely different. I'm sorry. So laptops are limited in connectivity compared to desktops and maybe in noise. But fact is that for music production, I never saw any Mac laptop to spin up fans to crazy levels so it would hurt your ears or simply distract you. So yeah, laptop for it, fine. But the problem is with the connectivity. Today, all Macs, with the exception of 2023 Mac Pro, everything is via Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is PCIe by 4. So if you need to connect, for example, like this stream is running on 3 4K cameras, that would not be possible on a MacBook, unfortunately. But you don't need that for music production. But why I'm talking about it? Because of storage. So you didn't mention what's your needs, you know, how many sound banks you need, you know, especially for the video, for the 3D production. You know, if you are exporting EXR sequences, you know, EXR sequences, you know, let's say 24 frames per second, 24 EXR. So you need insane bandwidth. So if you will narrow down the question, would be better. So the comments are quite quickly running. Gazi92FS, what's your take on repairability on Apple laptops? Yeah, I believe that Apple laptops are built to be trashed after they fail. On average, on my experience, an Apple laptop lasts for 3 years, sadly. You know, where's my iPhone? Haven't you seen my... here. Darling. There were days where Apple laptops were really joy to use and joy to repair. And let me switch. I hope you will be able to see it over there. Can you see it? All the beauty, all those power books, you know, all those, yeah, titanium here, and even the iBook and so on. I'm going back. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm back. So, darling, those are my heart situation. You know, I love those MacBooks. You know, you could repair everything on it. When you will obviously compare it to the new Apple Silicon, yeah, darling, it's a consumer good. Fine. That's all we can do about it, you know. If you want a repairable MacBook, buy some old Intel laptop, you know, or buy a PC. Easy. But do I regret that those new are not so repairable as the old ones? No, because I think it's exactly how it should be. Yes, I would like to have, for example, upgradable RAM. But if you would have upgradable RAM on Apple Silicon, then you would not be able to use one of the best features of the Apple Silicon, and that's the unified memory. You know, in my Mac Studio over there, I have 192 gigs of memory. If that would not be the unified memory, my GPU tasks would not be able to address 144 gigs of memory at all. So that's a downside of it. So I'm glad that it is how it is. And you should be too, I hope. Okay, Joanne Tala is writing Drobo with 4 hard drives, total 8 gigs, probably 8 terabytes, hooked up with Apple adapter firewire to USB-C. Okay, Joanne, so you have hard drives. Hard drives are slow as hell, especially in 2023. And especially if it's in some very ancient Drobo, still with firewire connection. So those drives, I don't want to joke so much that those drives are probably older than me, but yeah, maybe. Darling, the best answer would be, Joanne, get something better and newer. Darling, you cannot, even if you would make it medically somehow faster, darling, from this kind of hardware, don't expect it to be really as fast as you want. Get something newer. Okay, Paige, what are your opinions about open core and people updating Macs that technically shouldn't be upgraded? Interesting question. Cheers. Okay, so and by the way, it's a little bit related to my Hackintosh YouTube channel. OpenCore is really amazing bootloader, especially the OpenCore legacy patcher team. You know, really, all the credits, they should be credited everywhere, because yes, thanks to their amazing work, all those Apple users with those ancients, you know, you saw it over there, you know, my Mac Pros over there, the old collection. So all of those can still run quite recent operating systems thanks to the hard work of developers from the OpenCore and legacy patcher team. And I don't know them personally, but huge shout out to them. And from time to time, I am getting questions. Hey, I have Mac Pro 5.1. Now, you know, now the internet is flooded by information. You know, Sonoma 14.1 running on 5.1. Yeah, I am the king or whatever. Okay, darling. In some of those forums, I participated and I answered the same way as I will tell you now. I don't recommend to run Sonoma on 5.1. You know, by my opinion, the best macOS ever made so far was, thanks God for the Mac Pro 5.1, the natively last supported system is, macOS Mojave. So, I would recommend to run on 5.1 macOS Mojave. If you, for some kind of reason, need newer operating system, then I would run macOS Monterey. But I would definitely not go past that. But all of that is thanks to the open core. William Kerr, thanks for your kind information, madam. Okay, darling, do I look so old that you called me madam? I am old pumpkin, but you don't need to write it to me to the chat, okay? Thank you. Piotr Stachera, hello, darling. Hello, my friend. Hi, your thoughts on one newest OS? Did it get better with recent update? Piotr, I'm afraid I don't have good news. And for the same question, apply what I said before. You know, if I would have the option to downgrade my Mac Studio behind me, the Mac Studio M2 Ultra, and be able to use on it macOS Monterey, darling, I would do it immediately. Because macOS Ventura was piece of crap, and macOS Sonoma is some kind of fix for the macOS Ventura, which is even bigger piece of crap, you know, by my opinion. You know, there is so many things which annoys me every day, really, a lot of things. And that one even too far that I prepared the half of the script for one of my upcoming videos. I don't know, 10 or 20 things I hate on macOS or whatever, and second subtitle is why I don't recommend to upgrade to macOS Sonoma. Darling, I may be biased against it, but you know, look, all those old Macs, macOS 10.6, or 10.5. Yeah, that's nostalgia. That's what I would like to run even on the newest system. Unfortunately, that's not possible. So, Ajit Bakre, I mean dual CPU tray from one Mac Pro 5.1 makes humming noise in another Mac Pro 5.1. How to solve it? Please think and reply. Look, I am thinking, and I will not reply because I will tell it to you right now. Darling, so your Mac Pro 5.1 is working fine, and you remove the motherboard and put it to Mac Pro 5.1 where it's humming? Do I understand it well? Or the Mac Pro 5.1 first one is dead, you remove the motherboard and moved it to the second one? Because we don't know what is humming. Do you at least know what is humming? Is it the fans, or, you know, on the motherboard there is nothing which should be humming, you know? It can be only fans, or your GPU or some fans. Alec, maybe I'm not in my best shape today because I don't understand what's going on with your humming Mac Pro. IT boots in the desktop, but fans make big sound. Not IT. It boots into desktop, but makes big sound. So in that case, darling, it looks like that your CPU may be not correctly seated. The CPU heatsink is not making good contact. Maybe you don't remember it, but in the packaging of each Mac was the CD with the Apple hardware test. And there are also special utilities which you can download probably for sure on Hackintosh Garden. I guess it's hackintoshgarden.org. But yeah, hackintoshgarden.org. So there you will for sure find the Apple hardware test. And you will be able probably to reset the state, simply calibrate the fans. Okay, and obviously some systems will run like crazy if you will not close the lid. You know, I mean not just the aluminium something, but also the plastic shroud. Try it. Ooh, what's next? Daryl Howard, What is the streaming setup you are using for this stream? Oh, Daryl, that's a quite sad question. And you will understand in a minute why. You know, I had perfectly running macOS streaming setup. It was running perfectly fine for many days. And like 2 days ago, I made a different stream to different platform, and it froze. So I was investigating it. Next day, I did several test streams. Again, frozen. Oh, what the hell? So, I wanted to say in this stream something like this. So now I'm quoting myself. I have no idea why people claim that Macs are not good for streaming. That 99 point something % of people on this planet are using Windows for streaming. Why? When there is a Linux here, but that's completely different story, and also macOS. Darling, from my experience, the compositing, for example, if you are using OBS, or my favorite application, Mimo Live. I hope Oliver is now watching this stream, so I'm highlighting the application. Really, the best streaming application for macOS is not any Ecamm Live or whatever. OBS is free, fine. A lot of options, but my favorite is Mimo Live. M-I-M-O Live. Mimo Live. Maybe I will put it, yeah, Mimo Live. I can just type it here, Mimo Live in the chat. Yeah, nice to see. But as everything, there is not a perfect product, at least not for me. So despite I love the Mimo Live, it has some flaws which are not good for my needs. So after a lot of testing, and by the way, this single stream did cost me, I don't know, 14 days of headaches. It looks smooth now because I spent a lot of time on the preparations and testing. So now it's fine. But, darling, I built about 15 computers, 11 servers, virtual machines to test, different operating systems, different applications. And I ended up, and now if I would have some sad sound, I don't know how the sad sound is. I had the button somewhere. Simply, the moment of truth, I am using Windows. I am using Windows to stream this live stream. So, yeah, maybe I can, where is my phone? I can give you proof of it again. Yeah, fuck, really, sorry about that. I wanted to highlight macOS, but yeah, look, I am using Windows. Yeah, sad story, Windows. Darling, I failed. But if I would have still the 2019 Mac Pro, which I sold a few months ago, that would be a different story. But unfortunately, I don't have it anymore. So, but I'm talking about my needs, because I have two Blackmagic Decklink Quad HDMI 4K cards, because I need to record sometimes 6 4K 60 cameras, so it can do 8. But look, MacBook, 2 Thunderbolt ports, Mac Studio over there, yes, fine, 6 Thunderbolt 4 ports. But still, any of those Thunderbolt 4 ports is only PCIe by 4. My Decklink cards are PCIe by 8. So even if I would connect nicely with the using the Sonnet Eco 3 or the Eco Express 3 Thunderbolt expansion boxes, I would not be able to use the full potential of that Blackmagic Decklink cards. So the only option is 2019 or 2023 Mac Pro, which, as you know, are those most expensive Macs ever made, unfortunately. So I am running this setup, this stream on 32-core Threadripper 3970X and on Windows 11. Sorry. yeah. But if I would not have so huge needs, then, if I would be a millionaire, definitely Mac Pro would be great to use for that. But I'm not a millionaire. So that's what I'm using for this stream. Astra TR3B, hey, you skipped my question. Wait, where is your previous question? Hello Morgonaut, is it possible to remove MDM using Apple Configurator? Darling, I don't think so. But I never tested that, so take my answer with a grain of salt. Because I never say anything which I'm not 100% sure, and this is the case. I'm not 100% sure. I'm lost in the questions. Piotr Stachera. You all clear, thanks. Thanks so much for answering. How dangerous security-wise is it for you is it if you can't upgrade? People always talk about how open you are to cyber attacks when the computer can no longer update. Darling, look. In news you have every day that, I don't know, bunch of morons killed somebody. Okay, so now imagine if that somebody would stay at home behind closed door, those morons would not kill him, right? So that's the same with the computers, you know. If you will not do stupid things with your old computer with old operating system, I see no reason why you should be infected or, I don't know, attacked by someone. You know, do you think with my, I don't know, 1,1 Mac Pro or Power Mac GeForce over there, you know, do you think I would like to use it for some serious things? Of course not, because, you know, even if you would install the latest clone of the Firefox or whatever, how it was called, darling, it would not be perfect. Simply enjoy those old machines for some tasks, maybe from nostalgia, from back in those days, but do not use it for anything serious. That's, by the way, the reason why I would never ever log in my Windows PC, which is now streaming this, to any account. Absolutely not. Even it's completely clean system, you know, with some OBS and plugins to the OBS. Do I trust it? No. So I never log in on Windows computers to anything. And I never visit any websites or even internet completely on this PC, with the only exception, and that's the stream. You know, I do everything over network here. So that's the best approach. So if you will follow something like this, I see no reason why you should be infected or attacked by something, cyber attacks, you know. Darling, the weakest part of the chain is the strongest one, because it can break the chain. And the weakest part of setup like this is always the user. So don't act like okay? And then everything is gonna be fine. Don't visit nasty websites, you know, simply, it's, I think already in 2023, it's something about, you know, computer hygiene or basic elementary knowledge. I hope I didn't piss you off, sorry. Dunker. For my Ryzen 5 3600, installing macOS using Proxmox, it just doesn't want to work. Darling, that's exactly what I was talking about. This channel is called Morgonaut and the Apple logo. This is not a Hackintosh channel. If you want Hackintosh channel, go here, okay? This is my Hackintosh channel. But I am not aggressive, I'm fine today, so I will answer. Darling, what should I tell you? You have problems to install it. Fine. Do you know, probably you already know, how complicated Proxmox setup is? For me, it's easy because I'm doing Proxmox setups daily for many years. So I built thousands of systems like this. So if somebody new will see Proxmox for the first time, of course he is gonna fail, because rule of thumb number 1, no, maybe number 5, don't do anything you have no idea about. It's like if I would try to repair electricity in the walls using, I don't know, this. Obviously, you know, I would get shocked because I don't understand anything about that. So if you have no idea how to do it, you know, there are ways how somebody will help you with it. Okay? Because, you know, you could have 100 things configured correctly and one not. That means it's not working. Easy like that. Single mistake, it's down. Paul Alexander, good morning. Can you recommend a good partition resizer for Hackintosh again? The disk utility doesn't want enlarge the APFS partition. Darling, you need terminal for that. And don't be afraid of terminal. You know, when I say terminal, people freak out, you know, what the hell is going on. Darling, don't forget, macOS is a Unix or BSD based system. So in the UI, you can do only certain limited amount of things. But in the terminal, you can do everything. So from time to time, I am getting the same, not same, but similar request. Hey, I have a Proxmox setup and my system disk virtual image is like, I don't know, 200 gigs, but my disk is 1 terabyte. Can you expand me the partition simply to use the rest space? Yes, sure I can. That's what I'm doing, what I do quite often. But you need terminal for that. But it's nothing complicated, but you need to be precise, because if you are messing up via terminal with disk partitions and you are not careful enough, you can mess up the whole disk. Finito. Done. So yes, it's possible. And it's quite easy. Colton. People hated the MacBooks with the touch function, but as a newbie to iOS, I think it's fine. I'm missing out on something with the actual function keys. Darling, you are mixing a little bit things. MacBooks cannot run iOS. They are running macOS. iOS is running on Apple mobile devices like iPads and iPhones. But probably you are referring to the, how was it called? Touch ID? No. Oh, the bar above the numbers. Help me, someone in the comments, how it's called. Simply the display above the function keys. Darling, I hated that too. Don't worry, that was a terrible idea. But no, that's not the answer. But you are not missing something. You know, there are people who would swear it's amazing. Oh, that's best what Apple invented. And there are people like me who cannot live with that, you know. That's why I have my, I don't know if you can see it, there is no display on top, you know, MacBook Air. I am simply used to physical buttons and physical function keys. And by the way, on my Macs, I don't use function keys in the way Apple set it. You know, I don't know, the F3, the mission control, F4 search, I don't know, F5 microphone or whatever. I mapped it to my quick shortcuts between desktops, because, you know, 3 displays behind me simply is not enough for me. I'm running also about 15 virtual desktops, so I need quick switching. So that's why I'm using the function keys. Erhan Onder, don't click every link. Click if you know that. That's simple. Darling, yes, that's good advice for newbies to not get infected and so on. But you know, sometime, you know, it's not about to click on links. It's about to, when you are on some web page and let's say somebody will recommend the best streaming software for macOS is OBS. And you know, OBS is a is open source, and there is a link to obs.com or org. You will click on it, yeah, and you are done, because that link was false link pointing to somewhere else. So by your logic, people should not click on absolutely anything. And that's what I said, with the Windows. I don't use it to visit any websites, log into any accounts. It's like a sandbox system. That's the best. But you cannot completely isolate yourself or isolate your computer out of the rest of the world. So in that case, it's great to have some smart backup solutions. And when I say backup, it's not the correct word, because especially when we are talking about the Proxmox, darling, all our systems in this company are completely running on virtualization, period. The only exception are real Macs, obviously, as the Mac Studio, Mac Mini, MacBook. And that's also what I consider to be the weakest point. Because if my MacBook or my Mac Studio would die at this moment, of course I would be pissed off. And of course I have Time Machine backups. Fine, but to get it to the working condition would take me several hours. Compared to my virtualized systems, which will take me like 1, 2, 3 minutes to get back in business. So that's a huge difference. And yeah, I plan few videos, not few videos, many videos. Oh my God, sorry. Ah, I'm sorry, that's not what I wanted to press. I'm new to the Roadcaster. I'm sorry, that freaked me out. I plan a lot of videos about, how to get the people into the virtualization and why. I started with it, I don't know how many years ago, many years, many moons ago. And, I brought to the virtualization really hundreds of thousands of new customers, especially to the Proxmox, But, yeah, I will do something, some content about it on this channel. But darling, you are not supporting me, and you are not using the super thanks and super chat. Why? Okay. Ajit Bakre, Teresa, are you Spanish? Darling, as I said previously, I don't share any personal details after very bad experience with people. But it's quite funny that a lot of people many times guess from where I am, in your case, Spanish, some people think I'm Dutch, some people think I'm Mongol or whatever. I always say I'm from Antarctica and it's freaking cold here, Bad joke, but you would not believe that some people believe that. Is Ghost BSD as good as Mac OS? Ghost BSD is derived from BSD OS. Darling, why would anybody use Ghost BSD? The only reason why somebody would seriously want to use any BSD in production and not just for fun with testing the systems is FreeBSD and especially TrueNAS. That's the only reason why somebody would use BSD, I mean, from my perspective. And especially on a Mac. On a Mac, even I could install on my Macs, newer systems. Darling, I love to have old Macs with old systems which were there. So even Mac OS 9, I love it. I love Mac OS 9. Page, no, didn't piss me off. Thank you. Just not exactly what I meant. People often say don't use your Mac on the internet at all if you can't update. Wondered your thoughts. Darling, it's hard, obviously. Yes, you are right. Old operating system, old certificates, not so secure software. So obviously you know that if you will with such a system visit some websites, it can harm you. So do with this information what you want. There is no way how to get around it. If you want to be secure, absolutely, then don't access internet at all. If you want to be a little bit less secure but still quite fine, oh, Hugo Montero donated $10. Thank you, yeah, thank you, Hugo. Simply, modern systems has also flaws. You can see it every day almost in news somewhere that, I don't know, in Microsoft they found new bug and they released new patch. Same for Android, same for macOS, for Linux. It's on daily basis, that's simply all the time. But darling, it's never-ending story. If some hackers can go and breach into NASA, NSA, or whatever, they will also breach you if they would want to. Okay? Simply, as I said, Windows, don't connect internet at all. Old Mac, darling, maybe can you tell me what exactly you are doing with that old Mac? Because I would be really curious, what's the use case for that old Mac when I don't count some nostalgic reasons. Please write me that there. Sparky Santos, I've got to help my mom this morning. I just rescued a mid-2020 MacBook Pro. I'll be pairing it with a Thunderbolt display later today. Yeah, good for you, so you have something to play with today. So, wish you luck. Touch bar. Erhan Onder. Touch bar? Are you sure it's the Magic Touch bar? How was it called on the M1 MacBook Pro 13-inch, the crap on top with the display? Magic Touch bar? Magic display? Oh, I forgot that. Parky Santos, curious, when did APFS become a thing? Darling, APFS is here at the default since High Sierra, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong, but really, it's really long time ago. Yeah, and I'm not sure what exactly you mean by become a thing, but I am preparing a video about one amazing feature of APFS, which will blow your mind, definitely. So check my future videos, so subscribe to my channel, blah blah blah, all the crap. But really, that's one of the best things on APFS. Should I tell it to you? Maybe I will keep it for that video, because it's still not as good as ZFS, which is my favorite system of all time, favorite disk file system. But simply, macOS, by my opinion, is still not on par on ZFS. And since from my experience, I know that there are some ZFS attempts to bring ZFS to macOS, but it's not yet matured enough, so I cannot recommend it yet. Hopefully, maybe in future it's gonna be better. But don't expect your macOS will be installed on a ZFS running system. I don't think so that's ever happened. Gazi message retracted. Okay. Gazi 92FS. Teresa, those are some sweet guitars you have back there. Such a cool lady. Thanks for all your coolness and contributions. We love you much. Gazi, that's very nice comment. Thank you. And yes, on my old knees, really, look at the beauty. Simply, I had to buy it, look. That's it. That's my SG, obviously. Unfortunately, yeah. What's the problem? Some of my on Facebook, somebody wrote me that it would be nice to to have some jam session or whatever live. Yeah, that would be nice. But darling, this whole streaming setup is crazy. So just a side note, my mic is somewhere, yeah, my mic is running wireless to my mixer. That means latency. I am monitoring the whole stream via my AirPods, via Bluetooth. That means latency. Now imagine The computer is mixing two sources. Music is coming from my MacBook, and the streaming computer is mixing the videos together. There is latency everywhere. If I would now, let me just show it to again on the iPhone. If I would now ramp up, oh, it's not running. Ramp up my Marshall amp here. Can you imagine what would happen? That would be just another latency on top of it. So with the music I can hear and you can hear, I would play perfectly in time. That would be great. But you would hear it that maybe I'm half a second off, and you would think, oh my God, she is totally out of rhythm. Yes, because of the latency. Yeah, so, and by the way, you didn't see my, darling, sorry, I have to show it to you because that's my pleasure. Can you see that over there? You know, my Tele Gold Top and Stratocaster. So those are my hidden guitars over there. So thank you. Probably you are also a guitar player. So let's move further. Use progressive lenses in your specs. What do you mean progressive lenses? Sorry, I don't understand. Urium, Teresa, would you list us your what was that? Where is it? I lost it. Oh my God, I lost the command because it moved. Urium, would you list us your 3 favorite OS, please? Thanks. Darling, if I could fool you a little bit, I would tell you macOS 9. macOS 10.4, I guess, and macOS Mojave. But that's not what you mean. Probably you expect answer like macOS. Obviously Linux is great, and the FreeBSD, which I use all the time. Darling, look, it's great when somebody will find something which resonates with him or her, you know. There is no reason to be militant, you know. I can see all the time the stupid fights that Windows users are bullying Mac users. Oh, Apple sheeps, oh, what the hell, you know, get out of here, or whatever. You know, it's interesting that all those other people, you know, like Android users are bullying iPhone users. Oh, we are overpriced crap with the Apple, which is not even whole, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't see any people from Apple ecosystem, you know, bullying the other ones, because, you know, Apple users don't care about the rest. And why? Because it's simply amazing to be in the Apple ecosystem. So yes, people should use the correct tool for the job done. For streaming, if I would be a millionaire, I would use the 2023 Mac Pro, but I'm not. So that's why I'm using Windows for it on Threadripper system. For 3D graphics, still Linux is the king, or Linux overall is the king in performance. But most people are afraid of Linux. That should change, and I believe it will change. I don't want to say soon, but simply where you need absolute maximum application performance, Linux is the way to go. Windows are great for streaming and gaming, fine, but Linux is getting better and better in gaming, and sometimes is even better than the native Windows for gaming. Now with the M3 MacBooks, where Apple is trying to get into the gaming industry, I don't think it's gonna change anything soon. Let's wait to M5, M6, and then let's say something about it. Yeah. So I hope you are satisfied with my answer at least. Cat Silver, can RTX 4050 laptops run macOS the new way? Okay, thank you. Cat Silver, can RX 7600 run macOS? Oh my god. Urium, I'm in love with Firewire, hence I use Antic Mac. Darling, I love Firewire too. You know, I had many sound cards on the Firewire 400, later on Firewire 800. But darling, that's amazing. But that doesn't change anything on the fact that it's 20-year-old system. Very. Nostalgic reason, yes. But for something really serious today, yeah, and oh, okay, yes. Again, let me show you this. One of the machines over there is in fact not a Mac Pro, but two of the machines are G5s. So for those who don't know, before Apple Intel Mac Pros, there was Power Mac. So it was running still on, where is the chat? Still on PowerPC Motorola CPUs. So that's where you can see still the Firewire. And by the way, I have still here some DigiDesign M-Box 2, and my plan was to resurrect one of those Power Mac G5s and make a production music system from it. So yes, from this point of view, I'm completely on the same boat as Urium. But yeah, when I compare it with even with this MacBook Air, you know, yeah, it's about if you are a musician or not. If you can play majority of the instruments live, you know, yourself, and you don't need terabytes of contact libraries, then these old systems are still perfectly usable. Ajit Bakr, APFS started in Mojave. Darling, I would argue that it's not true. I'm quite sure APFS was already present in macOS High Sierra, and probably I guess it was even present in the one version before, but it was the default option for install macOS in High Sierra. But I'm not 100% sure, but I guess I am. Page, nothing. I'm just web browsing it and so on, paranoid about security when my Mac can no longer update. And if I'm unable to afford the Mac, blah blah blah. Darling, look, in general, if you would be a developer of some malware or some virus or whatever, your intent would be to infect with your work as many people in one shoot, right? So why would you bother to target old Macs when you can target Windows PCs which are running on 90-something% of computers on this planet, right? So you are afraid of attacks, you know, cyber criminality. Yes, absolutely understand. That's correct. But still, you are not the main target of those hackers and cyber criminals, I guess. Gazi92S, that's sweet Gibson Teresa. Thank you, I love my SG. That was me on Facebook, by the way. Okay, so that was you who asked me if we can, you know, jam live. So now you know how complicated it is. Organica, you need a huge sound card. Okay, by the way, speaking of sound card, yes, I bought recently new sound card, and it's called, come on, what the hell? Oh yeah, now I remember. It's called Audient Evo 16. You know, I had the PreSonus Live 1824C before, and when I compare it with the Audient Evo 16, if you are a Mac user, you should definitely get this sound card because it's as perfectly Mac-like. You know, the user interface in the unit itself, and also the it has one amazing feature called, I guess, smart gain. Simply when you press a button and you have 8 mics, for example, to your drums or whatever. So imagine normally you would need to set the gain on each mic individually. Not in this case. You will simply connect your mics, press the smart gain feature, you know, play. And after 15 seconds, all your gains on each individual mics are set. What the hell? Welcome to the future. Hi Teresa from Argentina, Rodrigo Trani. Hello Rodrigo to Argentina. Isn't Argentina now where the new president was elected? That little bit crazier one? Congratulations. Teresa, sorry, there is no guitar acquisition syndrome, just good taste syndrome. Darling, I really don't have, you know, the need to collect millions of guitars. I just need what I need, you know. I need SG, Telecaster, Stratocaster. Maybe you saw some, you know, some custom-made guitar over there. And also, you know, the white, maybe you didn't see it, but, oh, sorry. Can you see this? That's simply Gretsch White Falcon. Darling, there is no way how I could be without this guitar, okay? And the same applies to jazz bass. You know, jazz bass. What else you need? Good drummer, some good horn section, Rhodes piano, Hammond player. Yeah, that would make me happy. Okay, let's move further. Rodrigo Trane, I have make a mod with the G5 Mac Pro, changed everything except the power source. I put Z for 90 gaming, blah blah blah. Yeah, maybe you saw some of my videos on my Hackintosh YouTube channel over there, where I did this rebuild even to Power Mac G4 Quicksilver case. You know, it's much harder to make a G4 case mod like this to a Hackintosh. G5 is quite easy, or the Mac Pro. Yeah, but in fact I don't have any Hackintosh currently at the G5 or Mac Pro case. Maybe I should do another one. Let's see. Gazi again. Teresa, what do you think about the transition of Apple from Intel to Apple Silicon? Of course, it have been a huge change in performance, but what is your take on the strategy and outcome so far? Darling, I'm not sure if the original intent of Apple was to bring you absolutely amazing hardware, plenty of performance, or to become independent of Intel, simply to have their own chips in-house so they don't rely so much on other vendors. But either way, we have now super efficient per watt systems, and with the M3 lineup so far, it also looks like it's gonna be killing performance in so small package, you know. But it's all the time the same. If you will look now the difference between M1 and M2, it was like, I don't know, let's say 15%. And then M2 to M3, like 40% or whatever. Simply the jump between M2 and M3 is much bigger than the jump from M1 to M2. So I just wondering what's gonna come next year with M4, you know. But that's never ending story. So that's why I'm happy to be even on M2 or M1 machines. I mean, let's not freak out when Apple will always release something new. Intel was too slow on the draw for CPUs. Yeah, darling, Intel was always a little bit on the slower side, even in the PC world. AMD is trying to be ahead. Yeah, but still, performance per watt on the ARM is better. I wonder how it's gonna be with the Super 8 or Super 9. Let's see. Oh my God, we are running 1 hour and 22 minutes. Darling, let's get some last questions. I need to go to toilet and we are running already 1 hour and 22 minutes. So, I hope you liked my live stream. Let me know in the comments if you would want me to do these live streams more often. For example, once in 2 weeks, once a week. If you would be interested, I will seriously consider it. But it's sad that nobody had sent any super chat. You don't value, you don't enjoy my presence today. Okay, never mind. But at least Hugo Montero Gas 92 FS donated $10. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. So, looks like there are no new questions. Are you sure we should end up the stream right now? Yeah, it would be nice if we could make a jam session live. You know, if I could bring some host via Zoom to the meeting, you know, let's say in some divided window, like me here and the guest, and we could make a jam session. That would be amazing. But how to do it with the latencies, you know, that. Yo, I forgot the roasting setups. Come on, baby. Okay, darling, let's do it this way. I will go quickly to toilet, and then we will jump on roasting your Mac setups. Do you agree? Okay, thanks.
What you try to do, you can't deny the truth. No, and what the people choose ain't really up to you. Yeah, actions always find a way to shine brighter than the things you say. People need a healing. Let the Spirit be your guide. And when your heart pour out your blessings, then your people need a healing. Let the Spirit be your guide. And when your heart pour out your blessings, your people magnify. No matter what you try to do, you can't deny the truth. No, and what the people choose ain't really up to you.
Okay, darling, I'm back. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm back. So, I completely forgot about the roasting your setup, so hopefully I'm still ready here. Let's have a look. Where is my MacBook? Perfect. So this was my original post where I wanted to give you courage to post your own setups, because definitely my setup is not perfect, you know. By the way, look for example on my amazing cable management. Yeah, that's it. Darling, if you are rebuilding computers, so often as me, you know, from left side to the right side, I don't care about the cable management. I'm not any Barbie. I'm a nerd, okay? So let's have a look at your setups. So this is setup from Andreas Moloiu. Late 2013, thank you. A MacBook Pro 15-inch running Ventura via OCLP. And now we are again about the open core. Here we have it. So old 2013, no, it's not so old like my books over there, but 2013, still nice. And PC is Ryzen 7900 X670 Pro RTX 3090. Darling, okay. You know, I like the Noctua fans, and one is the 12-inch and one is the 14-inch, you know, okay? So looks like, you know, home setup as it should be, perfect. But, oh my God, look at the table. It looks like here almost, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, darling, if the setup is your favorite place, why not? But what's this? Oh, AirPods? I don't know what's this. Darling, I can see the windows there, and that's freaking me out. So at least you have the elephant there. Okay, RGB keyboard, PC keyboard. Darling, I'm not a PC fan, and especially not a fan of RGB. But again, if you like it, yeah, and cable management, hey, it's like on my side. Perfect, thank you. We are on the same boat. Let's move further. Oh, it's some. On the first look, it's like a design setup, but let's look further. Under the table, everything is unveiled. But 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro and those are, I guess, the 24. Yeah, the 24 cinema displays, but those are the newer ones. I have here still that silver one, that first generation. Yeah, that's nice. Looks like two LIVESTREAM external discs, freshly prepared cappuccino or what, and some nuts. Yeah, looks like you can enjoy your life and your setup. The only downside is, I guess, the macOS Ventura. Darling, I would run the macOS Monterey as I explained in this live stream. So, okay, that's from different side. Yeah, looks like a small office at the end. Oh, here we go. Mac Pro 5,1 12 core. Those labels on those hard drive base. And looks like you retired your old AMD. I guess it was 5700 back in those days. A lot of RGB, okay, some PC, and again, some old LIVESTREAM disc, I guess, right? Yeah, I like it. That's from different angle, you know, that's an evening atmosphere. Yeah, but nothing, again. Cable management, yeah. And this is Travis Lohman on it. Yeah, so these are the 24 or 23-inch Apple Cinema displays I was talking about. I like it a lot, but I don't see. The Mac Pro is on the left. That's the Trashcan 2013 one, and OWC external Thunderbolt dock. And I can see it's I don't like this company, but it's okay. Yeah, and very nice keyboard. Definitely keyboard. But darling, what the hell is under the table? It's some printer. And where will you put your legs? Okay, but really, nice setup. Like it. I'm curious what exactly you are doing with this. You know, maybe music production, video cutting because of the deck on the left. I'm not sure. So I get, yeah, music production, okay, I can see Logic running on it. Yeah, nice. I just don't like the UAD, darling. I'm sorry. But if it's working for you, perfect. No complaints. So what's next? Laurent Shark. Morgonaut, your studio setup, the ones displayed on the post with the guitars. Here is mine. Sorry about the mess. Haha. Laurent Shark, what mess are you talking about? Because I don't see any mess. It's maybe too sterile and too good setup. I can see definitely like the Yamaha speakers, but this is shot with some extremely wide lens, so the objects in front are looking much bigger than they are in reality. But even that, the display, the wide display on the back is too small, and the display with the mixer on the right. I would put it on top of the main display or below it or in front of you. I don't like displays on the side, despite that's exactly what I have here. But I am not getting used to it. And looks like it's running again from some MacBook Pro, older one. Or am I mistaken? I don't know. Okay, let's move further. Oh, that's some video editor setup. David Benini. And looks like this guy is Blackmagic user. So probably you have the Blackmagic, I don't know what's the exact name of the keyboard. Yeah. Darling, by the way, tell me, do you like, not just you, but overall, do you like the curved displays? I cannot imagine I would use it, I can't imagine that. But definitely if you have side by side or one up on top of the other, and one is the straight one and one is the curved one, it looks quite confusing for me now. But yeah, working setup, no complaints. What's next? Okay, another. But those are probably the smaller 20-inch or 21 it was. I'm not sure. Apple Cinema displays with those chairs. Oh my god! And it's 3,1. And again, some lessee external drive. Darling, I like it. I love old Macs and old setups. Definitely. Wonderful setup. Again, I would be very curious. Write me down in the comments what exactly you are doing still these days on the 3,1. I would like to know that. So what's next? Better view of 5,1 Sparky Santos. And this looks like Mojave finally. Yeah, I like it. And I like even the old Apple keyboard. By the way, that's the one where you had in the back 2 USB ports. Unfortunately, those were USB 1. USB 1. Oh my god. Yeah, but for connecting your mouse or something, that was fine. Yeah, Sparky, I don't see your computer. And this is Piotr Stachera. Oh my god, this looks like sci-fi. Looks like I'm in Cyberpunk movie or something, game. So, if you don't know, Piotr is, I'm not sure if I can now say it, but Piotr, simply, if you would need a music to your video game, this is the guy which will help you with that. And he wrote, thought I participate through macOS Win 11 setup created with Morgonaut's help. Yeah, that's why I remember it, because yeah, I helped to Piotr set up this monster computer for audio production. And we finished it, I don't know, few months ago, and Peter is happy. Darling, it's insane. I love the keyboards. Akai. Yeah, darling, what should I say? That's freaking amazing, The only complaint is that it's small. Probably you would deserve much bigger studio than just this small cave which is only wide, I don't know, 150 centimeters as wide as your table, I guess you deserve more, but I definitely like it. So some no sorry, where is the chat? Some another comments. We do. If there is a new president here in Argentina and he is doing well, I hope he helps us import PC components. There is not much that can be done. I am happy to see you live and be happy. Rodrigo Trani, thanks for your nice comment. You know, what can I say? I hope that your new president will help you to bring new components to your Argentina. Wayne Sanders, super thanks, $10. What the hell? There is another one. Gazi92S DOP 350. Celebrate. Let's celebrate their first super on stream. But how should I do that? Darling, so Wayne Sanders, thank you very much for $10 donation. And thanks Gazi92FS for DOP 350, which I have no idea what is the DOP, but let's say something like dollars. That would be nice. Jay is asking, best, cheapest Thunderbolt dock. Okay, best, cheapest. Can you feel the difference in those two words? Best, cheapest. There is no match in best, cheapest. Okay, it's either best or cheapest. But let me show you this. This is what I'm using currently now on the MacBook here. So this is Elgato, whatever, Thunderbolt dock. On the back there is Ethernet, USB, HDMI, and DisplayPort, and it's connected via Thunderbolt to my MacBook here. So that's probably the cheapest option, which I would recommend. Maybe if you will remind to me in the comments under the video when it's finished, I will find for you the exact model and exact name. But maybe you can see behind me over there, I have a rack unit where I have the Sonnet X Mac, and the second unit, oh, let me show it to you. Simply I will go there. Give me a second. I will again switch to my phone and bring you there. I'm coming. So if you will look closely, this is the rack unit. It's called Sonnet Tech X Mac. And part of it, I will make the diode less shining, is the Echo 3. So Sonnet Echo 3 is this unit, which allows me to connect 3 full-length PCI Express devices. And if you will look below, I have another one here. So I can connect even 6 PCI Express devices to the to any Apple Silicon Mac. So that's what I would recommend. But that's the Echo 3, Echo and Roman 3. But those are, those big units where let me show you the use case. For example, the use case, if you have, for example, the Avid HDX cards. So I have here 3 HDX cards. Still apologize to David from Avid that I was not faster. David, please, don't kill me. I have still these cards here, and I still didn't release the video. So simply, if you need external Thunderbolt box for cards to fit your HDX Avid HDX cards, or for example the Sonnet 4x4, then the Echo 3 I showed you 1 minute ago is the only way to go. But if you have, for example, something like the Mac Fiber, which is obviously much shorter, almost half of it, then you can get the Sonnet Echo 3E. It's like I have it under the table over there. Simply, it's only so small, so you can fit these cards there. So that's what I would recommend. And by the way, maybe you already noticed from my videos, I never recommend anything that I'm not 100% sure about or what I didn't test personally. I recommend only strictly only products which I personally tested and verified, and I love it. So that's what could be my pick of the day. Nice setup. Okay, which one? Can use external GPUs on those? I guess on the, again, easiest way to get the answer to this question is not to ask me, because I never needed the information if you can connect any GPU to it, because you cannot use any external GPU on Apple Silicon at all, period. But if your question is more in general about the Linux systems or Windows systems, if you will connect this box, then I would recommend go to the Sonnet Tech website. They have very nice support page and manuals, and they have also the full compatibility list. I never saw a better compatibility list than on the Sonnet products PDFs. So if you are curious if your specific GPU or device or whatever is compatible with your setup, go to that website. Okay? So your setup is nice. Have you tried the M3 Max yet? Do you really notice the performance jumps from M2 Max, I guess? Darling, I didn't have in my hands the M3 Max yet because I'm still not millionaire. I'm still waiting for more people like the Hugo Montero. So this way probably I will wait forever. My darling, it's okay. Don't forget that check this video description. There is a lot of useful stuff for you there. Also, if you want to get the 2 months for free on the music service, which I told you is the Artlist, go ahead, it's there. Don't forget to visit my website over there, morgonaut.cloud, or my other YouTube channels. And please, don't forget the Facebook group. So if you want to get help with any Macs, even during normal days and not waiting to my live stream, check out our Facebook group. Sorry, you are welcome there. And let me know somewhere in comments on the Facebook, Twitter, or whatever, if you want me to do such a streams more often. And if enough of you will be positive about that, I'm happy to do that. Oh, I forgot. So, 1 hour 45 minutes. Oh God, who of you was so crazy to watch me for 1 hour and 45 minutes? So thank you for that. Thanks to Wayne Sanders, Gaffey, and Hugo Montero for their donations. And I hope you enjoyed it. The music. See you next time, darling. Bye-bye.